Hi everyone, Chef Aliye here. Today we're going to talk about summer vegetables. Let's start with cucumbers. They're one of my absolutely favorite summer vegetables. And there's many different types of cucumber. The one I have here is just a regular old slicing cucumber. And this is what I like to do with them. I like to do what's called a stripy peel. So I get my peeler and I do just that. I peel the peel off in strips. So that way you're left with some of the peel, which adds a little bit of crunch, but sometimes they can be a little bit bitter, and if you get them at the grocery store, even waxed. So I like to remove them part way or all the way. This is a farmer's market cucumber, no wax, nice and fresh. Now a lot of times we just go ahead and trim off the end and just slice them, but I want to show you something different that I like to do. So you cut it lengthwise, and you can see the inside there's a bunch of seeds. Sometimes those seeds are really large, sometimes they're smaller. But what I like to do is take a spoon, that's just a regular old teaspoon, and scrape it out. I got my compost bowl there. So basically I'm creating little boats. And these can be used, you can stuff these with something yummy, or you can slice them like I'm about to show you. So once you have all your insides out of your cucumber, go ahead and turn it flat side down, and you can do what's called these half moon shapes. That's one option. Another option is to go on a diagonal, so you'll get these larger pieces that are really good for dipping and look really attractive on a platter full of veggies. Those are great little ones for dipping. Let's go ahead and do this one too on a diagonal. Leave that one for my snack. Or you can cut the whole thing again, and so you'll have quarters. So slightly smaller pieces, good for salads, just a little bit different than the half moon. There's my little snack again. Another thing we can do with this cucumber half is make spears. So I go ahead and cut it across horizontally, and then cut it lengthwise to make these nice spears. Also good for dipping, really good with salt and lime. And they also prepare you to dice them. So if you want to go even smaller for a salad or for a soup, go ahead and just cut this wise. You'll end up with a nice diced cucumber, kind of a small to medium dice. And here we have it, our diced cucumber, sliced on a bias, our half moon, our quarter size. Okay, moving on to bell peppers. I've got two nice fresh bell peppers here, a red one, a purple one. There's a little bad spot on my bell pepper, no big deal. Just gonna cut it right off. I can see that it doesn't really go all the way through the pepper. It's just isolated to that one spot, so the pepper's fine. What I like to do with my bell peppers is just stick that stem side down and just cut straight through. And then it leaves me just with my hands to rip out those insides. So it's just one cut. I don't bother cutting around that at all. I just make one cut down the center and then rip out the seeds and the veins in that top there. And if there's a lot of seeds, I'll go ahead and bang it out over a bowl or something. I don't wash it. Rinsing it kind of tends to rinse away flavor. So instead I just bang out the seeds if there's a lot in there. And pull out the white bit, which is called the vein. It can be a little bit bitter. And then I cut my pepper, I smash it flat on the cutting board to make it easier. And you can do it with the skin side up. It can be a little tough. My knife there wasn't very sharp, so I flipped it over and I'm cutting from the inside, which is a little bit easier. And I'm just cutting some strips, and then here I'm just dicing those strips. So that's how you get a nice dice. You can go as big or as small as you want. That's a nice small to almost medium-sized dice there. And if you wanted to do a slightly bigger dice, just make wider strips and then go crossways just in bigger pieces. So both delicious. Maybe the smaller one for a stir fry, the larger one for a soup or a stew. Other ways you can cut peppers, here, let me get that white bit out there. If I see that, I'll just rip it out with my hands. Other thing you can do with the bell pepper, you see I'm smashing it down again, is cut it crossways into strips. So these are nice big chunks, maybe for a salad. Or for a stir fry too, if you just want to switch it up a little bit. Those are my snack. You can also do strips the other way. So this is lengthwise strips. They're just a little bit different, but are totally interchangeable. The lengthwise strips are a little bit more sturdy if you're using them for dipping or something. So let's see that again. Here's my purple bell pepper. Just put it stem side down on the cutting board, open it up, use my hands over my compost bowl, just take out the middle. Go ahead and just bang the seeds out into the bowl. The seeds can be a little bit bitter, not spicy in a bell pepper, a little bit bitter. So I try to get them all out of there. And again, we can cut into strips. Some nice thin strips here. It's nice to do multiple colors of peppers if you can find them in the summer. Peppers are definitely a summertime thing, so you'll often find many different colors of peppers. I got these purple ones at the farmer's market. And here I'm just going to cut out a little bit of the white stuff. Be really careful when you're doing that. That's pro level stuff. Cutting towards my finger. I probably shouldn't have showed you that. But you can cut out the veins if you're having a hard time getting all the white stuff out. Some bell peppers have really thick white veins. Other ones, not so much. So moving on to zucchini here. I just have a summer squash, a yellow type of summer squash, pretty much the same as zucchini here. Zucchini comes in all different kinds of colors, and I just start by chopping off the stem end. And one really simple type of cut, obviously, is just round. That's nice for a stir fry. Maybe some skewers. In previous video, I showed you how to grill it by cutting it lengthwise, and I'll show you that in a minute again. But before I do that, I wanted to show you a few other things. So you can cut it down the middle lengthwise in half. And again, you're going to get these half moons when you cut it flat side down into slices. This is nice for a quick stir fry. If you do them a little bit thicker, it's nice to roast them. Good in a salad as well. And then you can make them even smaller by cutting that again lengthwise, and you'll have quarters again, so you get more chunks. Another thing you can do, here's the lengthwise cut. So this is what you would grill. I love grilling zucchini like this. But that's not what we're doing today. Today I'm showing it to you so that we can actually dice it. So then I'm going to go lengthwise the other way, and I'm going to end up with these strips. And then what I'm going to do once I have my strips, I'm going to turn the zucchini again and cut across, and I will have a nice dice. So this is really nice for soups, stir fries. The smaller something is, the quicker you want to cook it. If you cook a little dice for a long time, it'll just turn to mush. And there I just did kind of a diagonal dice. I made that up. But just a slightly larger piece than the traditional dice. So we have the full circle, the half moon, what I call a quarter moon, a small dice, and then what I'm calling the diagonal dice. Okay, so let's move on to green beans, another summer vegetable. I absolutely love them. There's a few different things you can do with green beans. When the green beans are growing on the plant, there's the top where they've been hanging on the plant there, and then there's what's called the tail. It looks like a little tail that's coming off. And before you cook them, you want to take off the top. Like that, I just broke it off with my hands. Sometimes string beans will have a string down the side of it, but most varieties these days don't. You don't really have to worry about taking the string off. And you can test your green beans by snapping the top off of a few of them, and there'll be a string down the side of it if there's a string that needs to be taken off. If there is, you're going to have to do each one individually. If not, what you can do is go ahead and just stack all your green beans so the stem side is facing all the same direction, and just take your knife and cut them off all at once so you don't have to do them one at a time. And then I don't bother doing the tails. Oh, there's one I missed. I don't bother doing the tails. Then I'll go ahead and cut them however I'm going to use them. In this case, it's going to be kind of a medium chunks there. I like using these during the summer instead of frozen green beans in soups. Another thing you can do is what's called Frenching a green bean, and that's cutting it lengthwise. Honestly, I don't use this cut very much. I think it's a little bit tedious, but it could be good for special occasions or if you're just looking for something different. Well, what I really like to do is just do the chunk. All right, tomato time. What's important for tomatoes is a nice sharp knife, and you can make sure your knife is nice and sharp by using your honing steel. I have another video about that. And you just want to run your knife on your honing steel from the base to the tip, maybe 10 times per side, and it's going to cut your tomato really nicely if your knife is sharp. So just go ahead and do that before cutting your tomato, and you'll see, oh, there's another option, is a serrated knife for a tomato. I kind of have both in my kitchen. That's literally called a tomato knife. I think it's made by Wusthof. So if that's something that you want to look into, it's totally a possibility. But with my nice sharp knife, you can see how I'm kind of sawing back and forth. I'm not pressing really hard, but I'm just using the knife to make these nice slices. And I can use the tip. The thing I like about my chef's knife is that it has a tip, so it makes getting the core out easy. And then I just make these nice thick slices. These are some heirloom tomatoes here. That's why they're kind of a red-green color. And then I can go ahead and dice those or cut those slices into strips and then across again into a tomato dice. So here are diced tomatoes for you. Again, cutting across. And using the other knife, the serrated knife, it doesn't have a pointy tip, so it makes getting the core out a little bit more difficult. But another really favorite cut I have is wedges. So I just cut it in half, put the flat side down, and then I cut each side there into thirds, and I end up with these really beautiful wedges that are great for what's called a composed salad. And so instead of a tossed salad, you're just putting pieces on a plate. This would be really great for serving with cheese, maybe basil, really good. And then you can take those wedges and cut them in half again, and you have nice big chunks for a rustic tomato salad.